Hi guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You. In today's topic, we're going to talk about the topic of mixed signals when it came to Whitney and Robin's relationship. Well, we know according to Robin's book that Whitney broke it off physically and intimately. Well, we don't say not intimate physically. That they couldn't be physical anymore um, after her signing her record deal, and that everything else still stayed the same. The close friendship, hugging, and just the intimacy. People understand intimacy is very more powerful than the physical. You if somebody understand you mentally and stimulate your mind, that is very powerful than being physical with them. So it really like nothing changed. They just didn't they wasn't physical no anymore. So okay, now with Clive Davis Jr.'s plan of promoting Whitney, Whitney had no time to have a sociable life. She was always touring, always doing an interview, photo shoot. So she really didn't have time for a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. So it was always constantly work, and it paid off, with her iconic legacy. But her downtime, she only people she was around was her people that she worked with, and Robin, Sylvia, her band, her siblings, family members, things like that. Now, once her career took off enough for her to have fun a little more, have a little more fun, free time. You know, I believe Whitney, she was out there, like, still insecure in my opinion. So she's out there and she's trying to test the waters, but at the end of the day, I believe her heart always belonged to Robin, in my opinion. But it's just, with religion and people in your ear and her just being an insecure person, it just that would never work. And then with the party favors too, that's not going to work. So Robin was always there for her to pick her up when Whitney Houston got her heart broken. She was there to always, to comfort her through all her breakups, and she was always there for Whitney. Now, Robin said they, cut things off in 1982 physically, but I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I trust her word, but to me, it's just their relationship. It's too much love on both parts. Robin more because Robin loved Whitney unconditionally. Whitney loved Robin unconditionally, but she still listened what other people had to say and think about the situation. Now, things start, becoming mixy. Now, Robin was dating men at some times, and Whitney had no problem of it, as well as Whitney would date, guys here and there. And, Robin, she probably felt some type of way about it, but she knew she couldn't vocalize it, you know what I'm saying? Because she agreed that, they would just be friends from then on. But once Robin started to be with females and courting women, Whitney had an issue with it. And that's where the mixed signs, that's very mixy. That's mixed signs. If you don't want her, why can't she be with somebody else of the same sex? You don't want to claim her publicly, or you don't even want to claim her privately. You used to, but you allow other people, you know, get into your head and get into your mind. So y'all know the situation with Robin and Joy. Joy was a back a backup dancer for Whitney Houston in like 88, yeah, like 80, late 87, 88 with Candy, amongst Candy Alexander. So Joy was a backup dancer. She was very beautiful, and Robin kind of took a liking of her. So when they was out of the country, Robin went and her and Joy went out to have lunch and sightsee. And Whitney always thinking Robyn was going to be available to her and her needs. And yes, Whitney was the boss, but Robyn also had a life of her own as well. She can't be around Whitney 24/7. That's not fair to Robyn. So, and that's not fair to Whitney too, because Whitney needs to know how to function as a person, because everybody's not gonna always be there. But anyway, so when Whitney was asleep and Robyn, her and Joy went out, and Whitney woke up and found out and had a fit. So it caused a feud between Robyn and Sissy and Robyn and Whitney. At the end of the situation, the next day, Whitney and Robyn went to go sightseeing, and they took a very loving photo out there sightseeing. That's one of my favorite photos of them two together. It's a beautiful photo, and that speaks for itself. Now, the crazy part, after the tour, Whitney Houston got back into the country. She fired Joy, and she fired Joy because she told Joy her job was to dance and not, fraternize, in her opinion. And she became to be, what I want to say, she started to become belligerent, tearing up the pages from their Bibles, from their commitment letters to each other, when she, broke it off. And she was angry, and Robyn would say, like, any female backup, especially with the background dancers, that, Robyn, they might have been a little friendly with, that Whitney would either, I guess, fire the people or, tell Robyn, leave them alone. And it's not even on Robyn. Robyn's just minding her business. But you understand what I'm saying? I think it's control. And I think Whitney Houston wanted, even though she might have not, like I said, been physical with Robyn anymore, she still want control over Robyn. And I remember Robyn doing the Red Table Talk when her and Jada Pinkett was talking. I think Tupac was doing the same thing to Jada Pinkett, allegedly. It's crazy. And then the weird part of it is, everybody know Bobby Brown was notorious for sleeping around with Whitney Houston background dancers, allegedly. And Whitney never fired them. But anybody that messed around, or had their eye on Robyn, they had to go. That speaks for itself right there. And a lot of times, people don't understand. And if you're not a part of the LGBT community, you will never understand how things go down at times. Especially when people fit a box of them seemingly 100% heterosexual identified. And people that don't hide who they are as an individual, and they live their truth, we come across people that we always seem to come across people that they're not comfortable with their truth. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, like, it'd be a gay relationship or a trans relationship. You could be comfortable with yourself, and you are having involvement or being in a relationship or secret relationship with someone that does not want the world to know what they like or who they are as individuals. So you will be, okay, I'm gonna say myself as a trans woman. Okay, I'm a trans woman. I'm an open and honest trans woman. I don't care who knows, it is what it is. You understand? That's my truth. So I'm going to attract men, the majority, 99% of the men that's going to approach me want me to keep our situation private. You understand what I'm saying? And he might want to have a wife and kids or a girlfriend or of the mother of his children still in his life and have me on the side. And I'm not that type of girl. No, I'm not her. But a lot of people will put up with things like that. So for someone like Whitney Houston, in my opinion, was not comfortable with her sexuality or even she was being bisexual, in my opinion, or fluid. She was not comfortable with that. And that's an issue within herself. So her issues are going to be placed on anybody, especially that is the same sex of hers. Anybody that she deal with, those issues going to come along because she don't want them to talk, tell nobody, or she might don't even want to You have people who have so many. It's life is deep and sexuality is deep and things like that, and everything can be deep. You have some people that act on homosexual or bisexual sex, but they don't want. They say they are heterosexual and they don't want to talk about it. It's a sore spot. They do what they do, but they don't want to label themselves or nothing like that. So, in their minds, oh, as long as I'm not admitting to it, I'm not that way. But baby, you are. And people that live in their truth, we have to be careful who we associate ourselves with, especially on an intimate level. That's how I'm. Thank God for wisdom. Thank God for God, and thank God for wisdom. If you can't be with me and accept me unconditionally publicly, then we don't even need to be friends. You understand what I'm saying? You're not teeter-tottering with me. One day you cool with it and one day you're not. And I believe with Whitney and Robyn's situation, Whitney knew that she really loved Robyn and Robyn really loved her, but Whitney didn't want to let go of the situation. Even though if they weren't physically intimate, they were intimate mentally. That still was her rock. She knew Robyn had her back. But for like her former hairstylist, Ellen LeVar said relationships like Bobby Brown and other relationships with men were expected of Whitney Houston. You understand what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, and I believe she liked men a little bit. But it was kind of all those years with Robyn still in the picture. It was like she wanted her cake and she wanted to eat it too, in my opinion. Like I say, even though they might have not been physical, people, like I said, the mental is more powerful. Just knowing Robyn is there with her, she could see Robyn, she know where Robyn's at. You know what I'm saying? It's like they still together. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe that was kind of selfish of Whitney. And it's selfish for anybody that not allow people to live their truth, and you not comfortable with it. Instead of you letting the person go, you still hold on to the person. And I know Robyn was there for Whitney, and she was really one of the only ones that really had Whitney Houston back. And I know it would have been hard for Whitney Houston to let her go, but still she needed to, not to say let her go in a bad way. She could have made sure Robyn had a job set up or something like that, but she could never, and that's not fair to Robyn as well, because Robyn, in my opinion, could have been like, well, maybe, she'll see one day that we should be together. And, she probably was holding out hope. And even if Whitney Houston wanted to, her mind was so warped from the party favors, so she could, that person, it would never happen. Like it did never happen. It never happened again. So Robyn, I thank goodness that Robyn left the time she left to find Robyn and to find true love and happiness, which she has found today. Sometimes you gotta leave, and we hold on to things that we're not supposed to hold on to. And sometimes people can give you mixed signals, which is not healthy. And that's even with somebody, this is with anybody. If you are attracted to somebody and they say, oh no, or vice versa, and well, we can still be friends though. No, we could be cordial to one another, but we cannot be friends, because somebody is going to catch feelings and it's going to cause dysfunctional behaviors and dysfunctional results, and somebody's heart is going to get broken out of the situation. That is the main thing I want y'all to get out of this video. Somebody's heart is going to get broken from mixed signals. That's all I want y'all to take in, and that's the truth. But in the comments down below, leave a comment about, do you agree with me about the Robyn and Whitney situation, that Robyn should have probably left a long time ago? I know that this sounds so harsh, but because she really kept Whitney together, but still it didn't matter, because look at the ending results. You understand what I'm saying? So, and have y'all found yourself in those situations? Like I said, I found myself in those situations when I was younger. I don't allow people to put me in those situations ever again. It's no such thing in my life right now, especially love life, of mixed signals. But anyway, it's your girl Lil Loves You. I'll be back with another video. Bye, my honey bunnies.